You can call her Mayhem or Mayday. Talk shit, she at your head. I ain't talking bald face. She don't fuck with baby daddies, fucking up the feng shui. Taking care of 4 kids, Sunday to Sunday. Fly here and round trips when she hit the runway.
Mayhem podcast. I am your host, Mayhem. And today we will be talking about something that needs to be said. Like, I don't understand. Now, in my Stone Age days, you know, back in the dinosaur era, before we had computers, I can say computer correctly. But before we had computers, we had something called like notes, and some that we did where we talked to each other, you know. That's what we did. You know, we actually congregated with each other and got to know people personally on a real, for real personal level. Like if we had a problem with somebody, it was because little Demetrius bit me in 2nd grade. You know what I'm saying? That's why me and Demetrius got an issue. He bit me in 2nd grade. Okay. We had some type of contact. As we got older, you know, we came out with AOL. All y'all that remember, it was a dial-up. By the time you clicked on and heard that sound, you had enough time, you know what I'm saying, go outside, you know. I'm not telling all the bad things that I did, but go outside and come back in, and your dial-up was ready in about 15, 20 minutes. That's enough time for you people that know. So, during that time, you know, you still socialized. Now we have this thing in our hands that we can socialize with people that we've never met before, that we probably would not meet if it was not for the technology we have now. So that's why, you know, socializing is not as social as it used to be. And that comes into play of what happened. If I'm not mistaken, this happened in Las Vegas the early part of June, around June 8th, June 10th. Again, a couple that had a prior online beef. Well, a creator like myself and others had an online beef. Online, never met a day in their life, had an online beef. And one decides to catch the other one on the strip and makes him pay. But the making them pay took 3 lives away. So we're going to get into the death on the strip with Sin City and the Finney family. And before we get into it, my deepest condolences goes to the family of the victims, because I don't believe anyone should be taken from this earth over social media, and especially over words that if you did not even have this or this, they wouldn't even congregate with each other. And I believe that this world is big enough that everybody can play on it and not, you know, hurt each other. Like, it's Vegas. Like, I really don't believe that the guy that was hollering in this videos, he runs Las Vegas. I don't think he run Las Vegas, because now he will be facing the death penalty. Yes, for taking the lives of 2 people in a public area with a deadly weapon. We're going to get into it first. This is the video that literally went viral. It went viral on YouTube. It went viral on Instagram and X for the very wrong reason. But this could also be a teaching moment. We can use this as a teachable moment, that social media is for socializing, but not for hurting anyone. You know, you don't like it, go somewhere else. So we're going to get into the video of how it started, the actual incident.
Tags, donuts.
Of his wife. So I'm believing that that part is blurred out, but yeah, it's unsettling. Now, again, the couple, the Finney family had been literally streaming all day through um, Las Vegas, going to different places, having fun, drinking, enjoying themselves. It was nothing that was to be in a derogatory way. It seems like the couple was having fun. They were having a good time. And then you have, of course, the assailant that comes in, and he literally, Sin City Manny, that's what he's calling himself. Um, he went in and he took the lives of Tanisha and Rodney Finley. And everyone in this situation is well over their 30s, well over their 40s. Like, if you're in your 30s and 40s, you remember when we didn't have the internet. You remember when we had to talk to each other like I'm talking to you now on an actual TV screen, or you was in person with someone. Now, social media has taken the joy out of socializing. It honestly has, because now you have two people that have lost their lives. Their children don't have the parents. Their families don't have them on either side. And then you have Sin City Manny, who was also a husband. His wife doesn't have him anymore because now again he's facing the death penalty for 2 counts of murder with a weapon. That's what he did. And not only that, it was premeditated. And I know you might be thinking, wait, you just showed a video of him, and you hear a woman saying, don't you start that stuff. No. I showed you also 20 seconds in, you see the actual assailant walk past. He knew who he was looking for because obviously, maybe allegedly, before that, they had an incident on that strip before. So they knew very well what each other looked like. And as you look at in the camera, you can see that Mr. Rodney Finley, he was actually looking in the camera, interacting with the people on his live. If you live stream, and I'm getting back into that habit, you can interact with the people. So he's talking to people, interacting with people that's seeing things on the strip. That's why the phone was set up like that. So not only is he enjoying the trip, but he's also giving you the ambience of enjoying it with him. You know what I'm saying? It's just like some people want to experience skydiving, but they don't want to skydive. You know what I'm saying? Some people like to see free fall, but they not going to free fall. I'm one of those people. You know what I'm saying? I like to watch horror movies, but would you catch me getting got by a villain? No. As soon as I see trouble, I'm going, I smell penicillin. I'm out. I'm leaving. For real. Because it seems like every villain is on some type of pill. And penicillin is one of them. So the villains be taking penicillin. I just want to put that out there. Side note, so you smell penicillin, it's a villain in the air. But a side note, maybe he had penicillin on him. I don't know. Because prior to him committing these literally homicides that he did, he rode around Las Vegas saying that he was looking for them. He's dying to see his biggest fan. So, not only are you giving annotations that you want to harm them, but you're actually looking for them to do some type of harm to them, because that weapon didn't just poof appear out of nowhere. It didn't. It had to literally be brought with him. So with that being said, he even made a video which has now been taken down. But y'all know my hands. My Twitter fingers be twittering. And I was twittering, and I found the video. But you can clearly hear, and you know this is going to be used in his prosecution because, again, it was premeditated where he's literally saying he can't wait.
Jerome, I'm out here searching for my baby. The fuck? I went through every fucking casino there is. I heard there's one of my biggest fans here in fucking town. I was dying to see him. I'm fucking dying to see him. What are we doing? Fuel bar tonight? Is that what we're doing? I'll fucking be there. I'll fucking be there.
Those all sound like threats. Those, especially if you have some type of altercation or quote unquote beef with this person prior. That sounds like you telling me that you're looking for me. You didn't get out your car, out your house. I'm sorry, take that back. You didn't came out your house, got dressed, put your stunner shades on, and you driving, and you videotaped yourself driving, saying you looking for someone to allegedly commit a crime. I think if the man wanted them to know where he was, he would have like told him his location. You know, like when I do events and I want you to show up for events because I want you to hear a good comedy or see a good show, like the Beast Women Revenue that's every weekend in July. You might want to check them out. Just saying. You know, that's something that I'm inviting you to see. I'm inviting you to come and experience an ambiance, not to commit violence for no reason. Now, it's also alleged that Rodney Finley had allegedly struck Sin City's page a few times. And you know, when you're getting into striking pages, that's like copyright. We've all made mistakes, especially us getting into blogging and stuff, where I've had problems with copyright issues because I didn't change the voice or I didn't give credits where it was due. You know, it's minor things that can be fixed. But a lot of probably their violations were violent acts of aggression, because you can get a person's channel strike down for saying or doing certain things. I don't know how certain things get back on YouTube and stuff now, and you can't say certain words, but I see certain things on there that should only be paid for on OnlyFans, or what's the other place they call the Pornhub or whatever it is. I don't know. YouPorn, whatever. I don't know. I'm throwing out sites that's rambling in my head. Now, don't y'all be thinking I'm on them sites. I'm not. Possibly not on those sites. I don't have OnlyFans yet. But on my OnlyFans, you ain't getting no conclivities. You gonna get stuff like this. I'm just saying. I just might have more clothing on. I don't know how that would go. I'm not on OnlyFans. So I'm just saying. You have different areas of socialization. But this is honestly premeditated. Because again, you can hear.
I'll fucking be there. I'll fucking be there. Better fucking believe it. You come to my city and think I'm not gonna show up? You fucking think I'm not gonna show up? I should have been the first one to be told.
I didn't know he was the mayor of Vegas, like back in the day. Like, I don't think he was alive when Vegas was born. I don't think he was. Like, I don't think he was alive when Vegas was born, because Vegas has been around. We going back to like Frank Sinatra days, if you know what I'm saying. Without me saying it, I don't want no problems. I just saying. And he dressed up like a clown, so his man wasn't right because he didn't run it. He didn't run it. Because if he ran it, you wouldn't have been running to the police station. You know, even allegedly his wife was like, I think my husband pew somebody. You know what I'm saying? So, only thing you was running was your mouth. And now, you know, as us would say, you done ran, you done pretty much wrote a check that the ass can't cash. Now you in lock up, and they talking about the DP, and I ain't talking about the OnlyFans thing again. No, no, no. I'm talking about death penalty. Yes, that's the only DP you looking at right now, brother. And yeah, it's kind of your own doing because honestly, it didn't have to go this way. And again, you see the actual assailant. Went by the name of Sin City Manny, and again, we all have our personas. Like again, I am Mayday Mayhem. That's my persona here. I have a persona. When I go home, I'm just born old Mabel. I I drink my mint tea, get me a strawberry Pop Tart, and I watch baddies. We got a new baddies review coming up. We got a review. It's coming. But I'm just saying that's what I do. Like I am a boring nerd. I had to tell my producer, like, you do know I'm a nerd, right? You do know that I don't do nothing but like read and shit, right? You do understand that. Read and talking my second language is French, but not the French that y'all know. It's parlez-vous cussez. So yeah, that's all I do is read and cuss and read and might look at some old world maps. You know what I'm saying? So my socialization skills is very low, very on the low spectrum. You know what I'm saying? My socialization skills are so low. It be a party and I'm the only one there and I'm having a ball. Like, ew, this is lit. Like, I'm glad everybody came. You know what I'm saying? Those are all the voices in my head. No, I'm just kidding, you guys. Maybe. But when me and my voices click up and party, we don't do things like that. We kick it. We kick it cool school. And that's just be like, I probably get drunk and go to sleep. We don't do that. But then we also have to look at the victims in this case. The Finley family, which they are beautiful. They are adorable. And it's sad that you can't socialize and show people your ambience or the ambience that you experience for someone else that may not be able to experience it or just might want to experience that. You can't because of unneeded jealousy and hatred. Because let's be real, Vegas is big enough for both of them to have their experience. It really is. And this was unnecessary. So again, my heart goes out to the family because it was unneeded. It really was unnecessary. Even when you look at it, it happened in the Vegas Strip. They was live streaming. They literally was just live streaming. And allegedly, again, as the reports say, like my source is always the news report. So if I say something or something is misleading to me, I always go back to my source and recoup, just like I did with the Jelani Day case. I went back to the original sources on how his case was reported missing. So, which was the newspapers and articles. Allegedly, as the reports say, it was a incident between the victim and the suspect on social media that happened in 2023. The police identified Manuel D. Ruiz, that is Sin City Manny, surrendered to the authorities Monday morning as the police station outside of Las Vegas. Again, Ruiz is 41 years old, so everyone in this case is in their 40s. They're old enough to remember when we did not have social media. And it's sad because, again, everyone is 40, 43, and 44. Miss Tanisha Finley and her husband, Rodney Finley, they were 43 and 44. So everyone in this scenario, I can honestly say I identify with them because I'm the same age. By popular belief, I'm I know it doesn't look. I know. But yeah, I'm in that age range. And to have all of this for what? Literally a life in two lives ended where their families can't touch and see them again. And also for Ruiz, his life has ended because not only his family can't see and touch him because of a social media. So again, social media is not for socializing anymore. It's scary. It's really scary because, and I don't want to be in nobody be scared. No, get on Twitter. Use them little Twitter fingers. But if it comes to the point where violence is enacted, I think it's time to put the phone down. Maybe watch some Netflix or what I'm saying, some little Tubi videos. They got some good movies on Tubi. I'm trying to get on Tubi, so Tubi, if you're listening, your girl trying to holler at your people. You know what I'm saying? Holler at your girl. I'm here. I'm flexible. Me and my producer, we ready. We ready. But seriously, there are other things to do than commit unnecessary acts of violence. And again, all of this could have been avoided. It really could have been avoided. And it's sad because this is not going to be first one and it won't be the last one. And it seems like social media is an epidemic that keeps growing and growing and growing, and not only in a way to where it's damaging people, but again, it's breaking apart families. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of the story with the AI and the 14-year-old young man that took his own life because the AI that was on his phone broke up with him again. And people are saying, a lot of people I've seen in that comments were saying that, oh, it's the young man's fault. How? And he's a 14-year-old child. Again, social media, society criticizing how society should act in accordance, but not really demonstrating how society should act. If y'all get what I'm saying, it's a certain a certain time and place for everything. And again, we're in a place where this and this will be taking over this. So we need to preserve this, our body, our human beings, people, as much as we can. Because if we don't, we're going to be a society that's jealously and thriving on absolutely nothing just to say, I'm the king. King of what? King of dumbness, because now lives are been shattered that everyone could have still been walking around here kicking and having a good time for the 4th and all other holidays, birthdays, anniversaries, and whatever. But now that's been broken. So you can take this with a grain of salt if you want, but it's not worth it. I am not finna lose everything I have built over words of social media. I can't. I've come too far. Again, 40 some years. I'm pretty sure a lot of their friends didn't even make it to their 20s. And probably Sin City Manny too. But this is the route you chose. So this is an invaluable learning lesson. For one, let's not take life for granted. Number one. Number two, there's plenty of room for all us to enjoy the ambience of this world and of this earth. It's plenty of room. We got it, okay? And three, social media should be for socializing, not demonizing and hurting each other. So you can take that with you. I'm going to end this podcast for today. I'm going to end it the way I would end all my podcasts. If no one told you they love you, I do. I truly, truly do. Make sure you do better today than you did yesterday and strive for a better tomorrow today. And I'll see you next time on the Mayday Man podcast. But again, y'all, be safe, be healthy, not only physically but mentally. And don't be letting what somebody say on the internet get to you, and don't be getting at nobody for something that's on the internet. Like, it's the internet. It's the internet. Like, come on, we can do better as a society, and we can do better as humans. Like, I know we got this. If I know we got this, I know y'all got this. So I'm gonna see y'all next time for the Mayday Mayhem podcast. And I'm out. Me and my little boo boo, and we out of here. We out. So we'll see you guys next time.
You can call her Mayhem or Mayday. Talk shit, she at your head. I ain't talking bald face. She don't fuck with baby daddies, fucking up the feng shui. Taking care of 4 kids, Sunday to